Yes. All right. First off, I'd like to thank Deloitte, thank Notre Dame, thank you for having us here. They wanted me to talk a little bit about myself. I had to work really hard for swimming. It never came very easy to me. I wasn't like a child prodigy at all. Michael Phelps. I had to really work hard. I got a cold, I'm sorry. So, my actual introduction to swimming was actually a near-death drowning. I almost drowned at a water park, and my mom got me into lessons instantly right after that. So, growing up, I was in the inner city, so what we like to call the ghetto. Being a black kid that wears Speedos on the weekends kind of puts a target on your back, but I love my sport, so I continue to do it left and right. I love my sport. And I played ball at the same time, but I got beat when I was 13 years old by this kid that I just couldn't stand. And he was gloating about it, and I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I can't believe he just beat me. And she's just like, well, what are you gonna do about it? I was like, I don't know, but swimming is my passion. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And she's like, okay, well, you're gonna have to work harder than you've ever worked before. I took that, and I continued to train as hard as I could, which meant that on Friday nights, when everyone was asking me, hey, Cullen, come on out with us. Why don't we hang out? It's Friday night. We don't have to do anything Saturday. No, man, I can't. Unfortunately, I've got practice at 5:30 in the morning. Trust me, you don't have to do that. 5:30 in the morning practice, jumping into a cold pool, never fun. But I continued to do it because I love my sport. When I went to college, I never would have expected my sport, swimming, to get me into a college, or help me get into college. I thought my education was going to do it. Plus, being a kid from the inner city, I never would have thought. But with all the hard work that I had done, I was able to go to NC State. With all the work there, I started to win medals. I started putting on weight. I was literally a beanpole when I went to college. I was so skinny, they thought I was malnourished. They didn't think I ate. But I put on more weight, I worked hard, and I ended up my senior year getting an NCAA championship and being signed right after that. And then what felt like 2 long years, I made the Olympic team. Now someone asked me today, how do you stay focused on the goal? And I said, you know, when you practice so much at something, I mean, we can all talk about it. When we practice so much at something, it's like second nature. When we swam the 4x100 relay, it was Michael Phelps, myself, Jason Lezak, and a guy named by Garrett Barbagal. And it was the biggest race. It was hyped up so much because the French team was talking a lot of smack, saying they're gonna crush the Olympians. You guys heard about that? Right. Well, when we walked out, we weren't expecting anything but we're gonna race these guys. So we walk up behind the block, and then they stop the meet because George Bush walks in the room. Now, if that's not a distraction, I don't know what is. He goes up, sits down, grabs his American flag. No expression at all. Just thanks. So we're getting ready again. We're getting excited. Meet stops again. All the NBA players start coming in. Kobe Bryant, D. Wade. I'm like, you serious? They're showing up to the meet? Not a distraction at all. We had to sit back and focus. Besides the French team talking as much crap as they did, we had to focus. And everything that we had worked for, all the Friday nights we couldn't hang out, all the times that we couldn't do things, it all led up to that moment. And we ended up beating the French team by 1/100th of a second. Right after that, I actually started working. My mom has always taught me to have a heart of service and wanting to help give kids the opportunity to do things other than, you know, play other sports like football. Trying to branch out. So what I'm doing now is I'm working with an organization called Make a Splash. And what we're doing is we're touring all over the US and we're trying to get minority kids into swimming. So that's my big goal, and that's my way of giving back. And I feel like at this point in my life, this is my drive, this is my goal, this is what I need to do. So thank you guys for listening, and I'm gonna pass it.
Good afternoon. It's definitely an honor and a pleasure to be here. I thank the folks at Deloitte, wonderful folks at the USOC, and also my fellow athletes for, and of course you all, for being here today and for taking time out of your schedule just to come and hear some things that we had to say. Although this is my very first time on this campus, I feel like I have been here many times, and because I can't tell you how many times I have watched the movie Rudy. So again, although I have not had the opportunity to even travel around the campus, I still feel like I have been here. And one of the things I thought about today as I was trying to prepare some things to express to you all, was the very first time I saw them spray paint your helmets. And I remember Rudy asking, were they really gold? And they said, yes, there's really gold in the paint that you actually spray paint the helmets with. And so I got to thinking, I said, I think those folks at Notre Dame really like gold. And so just because I love you all, and I thank you all for being here, I bought my gold medal so you all can see it. Because I like gold too, it's a different kind of gold. Now I worked really, really hard for this, and in case you all didn't hear in the initial introduction, I am the fastest amputee in the world. You got that? I thank you all for your applause. I really didn't tell you that so you could, give me an applause and appreciate me for what I did. I told you that because there's an elevator there, there's a door there, there's a door there, elevator there, and just for 1 second, if you think you can get out of that door with this, you're sadly mistaken. And if for some reason I can't catch you getting out of those doors, I can catch you before you get downstairs, trust me. So, I'm going to pass this around so you all can see it, and it's the reason why I do this. I'm going to start with someone that looks like they do not steal. Let's see, who can we start with? You don't look like you steal. You look like my neighbor, as a matter of fact. Come on, there you are. She's going to pass it around so you all can see it. In the meantime, I'm going to talk to you all for a few minutes about gold medal moments. Most Olympic and Paralympic athletes, we know what the stadium looks like before we get there. We've seen all kinds of diagrams and pictures of what the stadium looks like before we got there. I tell you all that because for 4 years and even more, we trained with this picture of the stadium in mind. In other words, we know where we're going. In other words, we also know what it takes to get there. So we have to dedicate ourselves and our lives to getting actually to that location. I told you all that because you all have attended school here for a number of years and you all understand what graduation looks like and you all have traveled on the path of graduation. But in order for you all to receive a gold medal, one, it takes for you all to go to graduation, and I consider that our team processing. Graduation is like team processing to me. Why? Because everyone goes through team processing that did what they needed to do in order to get there. But in order for you all to receive a gold medal in life, I think it takes for you all to go back in the community and be beacons in your community, each and every respected one of your communities, and be beacons so that other people can follow your light. All three of us have a gold medal. All three of us have gone through situations in which people didn't believe we would make it. And also we've been through situations where our friends said, listen, hey, you should be able to come over here and don't worry about going to practice. And so as you all go back to your respective communities, I'm sure you all have encountered people that, one, did not make it, or two, did not think that you can make it. And some of you all may have even had situations where you fell down in life, where somebody, maybe, I don't know, maybe your parents went through a divorce, maybe you went through some financial issues, maybe your boyfriend went with some other girl, and maybe your girlfriend went with some other boy. I don't know. You all had situations in which you fell down in life. I had one of those very same situations about 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I was involved in a train accident. When I woke up from the train accident, I found out that my left leg had been amputated. Of course, I was devastated because I didn't know anyone that was an amputee. And sure, some of you all looking at me like, okay, she said her leg is amputated. It's this one. Got it? Cool. I will lose my pants leg up, but you probably wouldn't be able to tell because it's covered, so I don't have the whole Terminator or robotic look effect. It's not really sexy for women, but nevertheless. I woke up from the train accident. I absolutely was devastated because I had been running track and I had been playing basketball all my life. And I said, what in the world am I going to do now? Again, you all have been through situations where you fell in life and you said, what in the world am I going to do now? But the fact that you are standing here right this second tells me that you all made the decision that you still want to be successful. Deloitte has been instrumental in allowing athletes such as us to be successful in our communities, and they have supported everything we have done in the athletic arenas. And so I came here and passed around my gold medal because I wanted you all to see it, because I want you, one, to know what a gold medal feels like, but I want you, two, to go back into your communities and try and win a gold medal in your communities. Meaning go back and help someone else. It's not okay just for you to say, okay, I want a gold medal and I'm just going to keep it for myself. That's exactly why I go everywhere I go and bring my gold medal so that people can see it, because I didn't win it by myself. So therefore I feel compelled to share it everywhere I go. And when I remember when I first got into that train accident, I said to myself, you know what? If I can become fast enough and if I can win a gold medal, I promise that everywhere I go I'm going to pass it around so other people can see it. And I've had athletes say to me, you're crazy, you pass your gold medal around? Yes, because I want you all to see what it feels like, so that you can aspire to be gold medal winners in your community, and so that you can go on to inspire people such as myself. So thank you all for having me. I'm going to pass it up on Holmes.